Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and we're back in Snowbourn. We need to complete a lot of quests that we were doing on the previous episode, but we ran out of time to turn them in, so that's how we will start today. Fastred, Edgar, and left.
Will you aid the horse lords?
Fastred is more than willing to part with a bounty for your services on the field. Your efforts against the orcs will not be forgotten. Thank you.
What brings you to these lands?
I am sure the orcs will continue to throw themselves upon our blades, but for your part you have done us a great service. Snowbourn will stand strong for as long as we are able. I really should be reforging, but I'd much rather move on with the quest.
Our mission is dire.
You have my thanks. Through your efforts, we did not have to spread ourselves as thin upon the fields.
Will you aid the horse lords?
Ah, beautiful work. Your name? Beriathan? Very well. Beriathan, I am well aware of the problems facing the city as well as the rest of the Sutcrofts. Our enemies have grown in number and I have heard grim news from the world. Nevertheless, Snowbourn remains strong, and should it fall to me, I will ensure the survival of the Eastern Net myself.
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
One of my men informed me that you rescued a man by the name of Gísling from one of the northern crops. It is most interesting that he should be spared, by orcs of all things. Perhaps you should see what he has to say. I have heard that he has been spotted near the North Gate, so it is likely that you will find him there. Fastred, please tell me of yourself.
Mission is dire.
I am Fastred, son of Dagrid, Reeve of the Sutcrofts. I became Reeve just 9 months ago when those vile orcs struck my father down outside Snowbourn. I am of a proud bloodline. My mother is the daughter of the sister of Tolkien King. My legacy must be bold and it must endure. I seek the glories of battle against our enemies and to protect my people from harm. The Sutcrofts are my homeland and I am not one to abandon them as readily as Éomer would have me. So, if I'm reading this correctly, Fastred's mother is his cousin with Éowyn and Éomer. Okay, thank you for that, Brave Fastred. Why do you not heed Éomer's order?
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Éomer is a fool. My people are safe under my protection, and I shall not leave until I have exacted my revenge upon the orcs for the slaying of my father. In time, I may allow the defenseless to travel to safety across the Endwash, but not a one of my warriors would live until our enemies have been routed from the Verdant Land. What of your family?
Mission is dire.
My family will remain in Snowbourn, no matter the circumstance. My son Volkred is but 1 year of age, but we shall remain here until such time as he too can raise a blade to our foes. My wife, Elflad, has accepted this, through no small effort, mind you. These lands are my home. I would sooner fall in battle than hand them over to my greatest foes. Alright, well, thank you for the insight, Reeve Fastred. So as you see, yeah, he's a very young man, but very determined as well. And we need to find a Gísling, which we did on the previous episode. He was by the milestone? No, not by the milestone. He was actually... Ah, okay, in here. There you are. As you approach the man, he appears very distracted and seemingly blind to your arrival. The man looks up, clearly still distracted, but seems willing to speak.
What brings you to these lands?
It is good to see you again. I cannot thank you enough for saving me from that grisly fate. I know not why I was the only one to survive. It pains me greatly to think of it. So much of that day does not make sense to me. There were many queer happenings before the attack. If you have the time, I would tell you more.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
The morning my craft was attacked was a very strange one indeed. We had heard the troubles surrounding Garsfell, but for our own part, we faced very little danger from our enemies in the Sutcrofts. They seemed to have little interest in attacking us, though I do not know why. Also, while it was not completely unheard of, 3 of our best riders and also 3 of my closest friends left the craft that morning to go fishing at what they thought to be a lucky fishing hole southeast of Snowbourn. While they were gone, the attack failed and all were slain, save for me. Even as I stood bound to that pole, they did not return. I know not where they are now, and if you would find them for me, I would be very grateful. I would begin your search at the fishing docks to the southeast. If they are not there, I know not where else they could be.
Our success depends upon our strength. Will you aid us?
I have unfortunately heard that orcs may have been lurking near the fishing dock. If my friends encountered them, I am certain they would have defeated them. Nevertheless, if the orcs remain, they may have fish on them, if they have not already devoured them. While you are investigating the docks, would you also be so kind as to gather fish for Snowbourn? I am so grateful to have any home at all. I would be rude to not give something back to this city. Once you have gathered many fish, bring them to Gísling. He is a resourceful man. I am sure he will know what to do next. So we'll need to leave Snowbourn. And here, just outside the entrance, well, we have the skirmish camp as it's usual with this kind of settlements. That is right, actually. I think we'll be a little faster. And let us keep an eye open for Crúmgam. I don't know, should we fight that guy? Because they were hitting for quite a lot, mind you. And we're about to hit level 39. We might be able to spend some trade points in our war steed, because I don't think we can fight Crúmgam on foot. At least not yet. We have better chances on the war steed. I would believe they have more maneuverability. Their DPS may not be as high, but they can compensate that with other things. Especially on a warband as hardy as Crúmgam. Okay, this is the place we were looking for, and oh dear. That doesn't look good. This scout was clearly slain by the nearby orcs. Yeah, that's evident at this point. We need to find the others. Oh, come on. Would you? Please? What are the other scouts, please? I don't see them. I don't see them. They're supposed to be over here. Okay. There's one. Oh, come on. This count was forcibly drowned by the orcs. A cruel end. Oh my god. Okay, and the last plane Rohan is right over here. This scout was clearly slain by the nearby orcs, yeah. So we gotta return to Sitcrofts. Shall we give Crúmgam another go? Well, guess we can try. Just let me get rid of this orc. Yeah. Let me double check my trade points in here. We can spend 10 of them. Critical rating, armor penetration, finesse, threat, additional moderate bleed. The target, rush of energy, pain injury, wrath. I think we can go for this, for vicious attack. Because our other chances, our other options, heal cooldown, which is also very useful. Motivation through aggression. And this one is also very useful for when we are running Rohirrim, which we have also done before. I think I'm gonna go with that, actually. Okay. I like that. Okay, let us try it like this. Coming for you, Crúmgam. You cannot escape me now. So we have once again a shorter, a -6 seconds on cooldowns, and heals have a chance of restore 10% morale and endurance. Assault, defense, or heal. Oh. We have many different options for that extra morale restore, which I would assume would be very useful now. Let's just try to avoid some of these guys. God, these guys are wrecking me, for sure. Oh, come on, no! No! Ah! Jeez! Gotta defeat this guy. Oh crap, what's this mounted to? Okay. That is a great help. Well, it seems we got that morale restored there. Don't bite me, you die. That's right. Now we can focus on this guy. Oh, come on. Oh, really? I didn't see the water. Oh, come on. Come on, this is not fun. All our crits have been with other skills. Where is the power restore? Ah. Ram hits for quite a lot. Look, we had to use our never surrender for this. But we were able to defeat him, thank God. With Crúmgam his Warden defeated, Fastred and the crafters of Snowbourn can rest more easily. And what do we got inside this box? Some marks? And that's it? Really? That seems anticlimactic, especially considering what it took us. But yeah, I think we did the right thing by getting the skill cooldown and that extra morale restore, because I saw it trigger a few times. And it was indeed helpful. And we will need our entire arsenal for Bugut, which is the raid warband of East Rohan. And it's the only warband of the Sutcrofts that we are missing.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Where did you get these? Works? I am shocked that any creature escaped the wrath, even if it was just until their next meal. Very well. I will have the fish cleaned and give to the people. In the meantime, there are other matters to discuss.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
While you were dealing with Sigeric, I took the opportunity to speak to some of the crafters. They alerted me to some rather grim news. Apparently, there is a vicious disease running rampant through the crops on some of the nearby crops. They cannot be certain what crops have been affected, but many may already be inside the city waiting to be consumed. To make matters worse, Fastred will not believe these claims and denies that there is any cause for alarm. This is foolish, Beriathan. I want you to inspect the stockpiles of crops throughout Snowbourn. The crofters said that darkened dust will be present on the tainted crops. If you find any of these crops, destroy them. We cannot risk another problem plaguing the Sutcrofts. Not now. Well, I will be checking this on my way to Sigurd. This great content appear completely untouched. There is one by the meat hole, but first... Sorry to inform you, Sigurd, but your friends didn't make it.
Our mission is dire.
I should have expected this, Beriathan, but it does not dull my pain. Those men were great warriors, and it is a shame that such ill fortune found them when they could have aided us so greatly at the craft. I need some time to consider these losses, friend. Thank you for aiding me, but please leave me to my thoughts for now. Well, I will leave you to your thoughts, alright? I need to investigate all this. On this kind of quest, when some items will work and some won't, time consuming more than anything. Completely untouched. What do we have here? Nothing in here. Yeah, this takes a while. Oh, come on. Come on. There should be more rations around here. That's 6. No more ration. Okay, I see it now. I was sure I was missing 2 around here. Please, please be the last one, please. Yay! Back to Gísling it is. Frankfurt, which is Fastred Mayor. Okay. I think at some point we will be riding together. Hope so. But first we'll need to double check this disease. So here you are, Gísling, just what you needed.
What brings you to these lands?
It worries me greatly that so much was affected by the disease. I hope the people of this city do not soon find themselves in the same position as we did in Garsfell. I am glad that you were able to yet again protect the people of the Sutcrofts. Fastred must come to his senses. His people are in danger from a great many sources.
Our success depends upon our strength.
Beriathan, if you have a moment, I must speak to you. We have aided with Fastred in every manner I can think of, but perhaps there is more yet to be done here. I cannot help but feel that my presence here has been less than welcome. Perhaps Fastred thinks ill of my father and me for further burden in this settlement. Speak to Fastred, and see if we can aid him in any other task. I would not wish my years of service to be tainted by a decision that had to be made. Yeah, from what I've seen of Fastred, he's not gonna like this. But maybe now he will speak openly about what is going on.
aid the Horse Lords?
Ah, Beriathan, it is good that you have returned. While you were aiding the people of Snowbourn, a man came to me and spoke of a deeply troubling matter. He claimed that an agent of the enemy had taken root among my people. A most serious accusation, to be certain. I shall not allow my people to be brought to ruin by anything, especially not a foolish detractor. He claimed to have seen the spy poisoning food stores about town and lurking about the oven to the east of the meat hole. Start your search there and report your findings to me. Yeah, that's what I thought. Having tainted crops within the city seemed suspicious enough for me. So now, east of the meat hole, you said? Near the kitchens? Near the oven in the kitchen. This oven, you mean? As you approach the oven, a crumpled note catches your eye. The anonymous note asserts Gísling is a traitor to the Sutcrofts. You must show it to Fastred immediately. Well, what do you make of this note then, Reeve Fastred?
What business have you with the...
What is this you have brought me? Fastred's face sinks and then tightens in distress as he reads the note. This doesn't make any sense. Gísling is the son of my most trusted thane. Could he really be behind such a plot? Go to Gísling at once. I wish to know what he would say to such accusations. Okay, I think that's a wise decision. This needs to be investigated further, and it doesn't add up to me either. I've been working with Gísling for a long time, and he doesn't seem to be this kind of guy. So Gísling, you would love to hear this, let me tell you.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
How can you believe this, Beriathan? Well, I don't. My father and I have fought tirelessly for the safety of the Sutcrofts and for the good of Rohan. Why would I throw such labors away so brashly? Someone is trying to pit Fastred against us. I am certain of it. I know not who, but the Reeve has not been himself since the death of his father Dagred. I think him vulnerable to such deceptions, though he will protest. We need to be very cautious in our approach to this, Beriathan. Return to Fastred and tell him what I have said. I can only hope that my years of service loyal to Dagred and the king can speak for me. Well, now, this is certainly not gonna sit well for Fastred. He's not gonna like what you're about to say. And I think you are gonna get us in trouble, Gísling, but at the same time, you're alright. And we need to tell the truth to Fastred.
What business have you with the Rohan?
I am well aware of Gísling's efforts in the past. Such a note troubles me greatly though, and in these dark times I cannot be too careful about those I allow within Snowbourn. I fear that inaction is the greater of two evils in this situation, but I have many things to consider. Gísling may speak true or he may not. I will take action as I see fit to protect my people. Okay, what do you want me to do now? Do I need to speak to Gísling? Do I need to speak to... Oh, okay. His guard. Beriathan, Reeve Fastred has expressed a desire for you to meet with his family. Once you have met with them, you should return to him as soon as you are able. And where is his family? Where is his home exactly? Of course, where his worsted is located as well. What I asked. As you enter, you see an older woman to your left and the noises of a child upstairs.
What brings you to these lands?
So my son has sent you to me. I overheard him speaking to Elflad of a mighty visitor in this land. You are welcome here, traveler. Fastred would not send you to us unless you earned his trust. Sadly, my son has lost sight of my husband's ideals. It would be wise to heed Eomer's call to abandon these lands, if only to spare the defenseless. Such stubbornness is difficult to influence, though. Fastred's mother grows concerned by her son's leadership, but will say no more. And here we have Fastred's wife. Oh, for the Sutcrofts? They have seen better days, traveler. My husband will not agree with me, but I fear for the safety of our people. The orcs have taken a great many of our craftlands from us, and many crafters dread staying outside the walls each day. I have urged my husband to reconsider and allow the defenseless to leave for the Western Net, but he will not heed my words. Do you feel safe here?
What brings you to these lands?
A bold question, traveler. I do not doubt my husband's valor, but if that is what you mean to imply. His refusal to leave aside, I have no desire to leave these lands. However, I fear for the safety of our child. Fastred is, as always, sovereign and forbids everyone, including his own family, from leaving the Eastern Net.
What brings you to these lands?
Hello, traveler. Fastred has told me much of our journey through the Eastern Net and the aid you provided for Garsfeld. I thank you for bringing renewed hope to the people of the Sutcrofts. While many of the soldiers stand by my husband, some of the crafters fear for their safety. Our son would perhaps be safer elsewhere, but Fastred has decreed that none shall leave. As always, I must stand with him. You are always welcome here, Beriathan. I must tend to Folkred, so you may return to Fastred when you see fit. Elflad's words are bold, mirroring the resolve of her husband. Beneath the veil of this Rohirrim bassinet, you see a small boy. He coos inquisitively at your presence, but then appears to lull himself back to sleep. Terminating with Fastred's family, you should now return to him in the mead hall. Well, we're not far away.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Welcome back, Beriathan. I have considered the note you brought me, considered your efforts thus far, and I have decided what needs to be done. If you would, have a drink, and we shall speak further. As you finish your drink, Fastred looks as if he has more yet to say.
Our mission is dire.
I trust you enjoyed the drink? Aye. Our med is among the finest in Rohan, as you will come to learn. On the matter at hand, though, that note has raised my ire. I have enough trouble dealing with the orcs and ignoring the king's call to retreat from the Eastern Net. I will not uproot my people under any circumstance. If the Sutcrofts are to fall, I will fall with them and not before I slay every orc that dares to stand against me. Snowbourn must ready itself for battle. Meanwhile, I will instruct my guards to attempt to expose the traitor, whomever he may be.
Rohirrim will need your aid.
Beriathan, you have done many a service for me and my people. While there is still more to be done, I wish to speak with you about a most personal matter. My father Dagrid was a Reeve until quite recently. He died at the hands of those wretched orcs on the field, and I will not rest until every last of one of their ilk are slain and adorn the walls of Snowbourn. I wish you to travel with me to my father's grave. He was a great, great man, and many lessons can be learned from him even with his passing. When you are prepared, we shall depart. Lead away, let us depart, there is much to speak of.
Fastred, Reeve of the Sutcrofts, stands in silence at his father's grave, a respite from his brutal assaults against the orcs. His grief still fresh. He wishes to speak of Dagrid's life and legacy before he takes his leave to Snowbourn.
I come here often for peace, Beriathan, though I seldom find it. The orcs of these lands are relentless, yet they find a far more dangerous foe in me than I in them. You have much still to learn of my people and the troubles that come to the Sutcrofts. Come, walk with me. Yeah, it seems it was the Sutcrofts. I had a doubt. We enter a deciding time, Beriathan. The order has fallen to abandon my land. However, you know as well as I that Rohan cannot abide such an order. The orcs will not stop even if we do. There is no appeasing their master. We have lost the match, and yet Éomer asks of me to forfeit all and abandon this land. Does he think me weak? No, only a fool would make such a claim. To suffer as we have already and then surrender to our foes, that is a show of weakness I will not endure. And then of course the orcs interrupt, because that's what they do best. I am certain that this is not the last of them, but perhaps that field will allow me to finish Éomer's thoughts this time. As I was saying, Éomer wishes me to seize control of the Sutcrofts and retreat across the Indwash with my people. That will not happen. My father Dagred would have never stood for such a foolhardy plan. If war is to come to my land, I shall die an honorable death at the hands of my foes before I show those wretches any quarter. This is my father's place of rest, Beriathan. Let me take a moment. Father, I shall avenge you. In this you can trust. No orc will escape my spear, my blade, or my wrath. The Sutcrofts are a lush land, Beriathan, but they are also a place of great loss to my people. My father Dagred was slain mere months ago in these fields, and it is for this reason alone I stand before you as Reeve of these lands. In years past, Éomund, father of Éomer, also met his end here, near the path to the east wall. Regardless of my quarrels with Éomer, Éomund's legacy remains in the Sutcrofts. My father told me much of him in my youth. A great prince of Rohan, I can only hope my legacy endures as he does. Such hopeful thoughts understood you, Fastred, son of Dagred. Say your tongue, wretch! You will hear my words. Voice of Mordor will now be heard in my land. Such arrogance. Fastred, you would do well to heed my warnings, lest you find your ruin even more quickly. Speak, before my patience runs thin. My warning is this. You shall flee these lands and never return. You frighten me not, invader. I shall not be moved. So what then? I shall bring your land. I shall bring your family to ruin. You will never wrest the Sutcrofts from my people. Our strength shall never falter. It shall, and when it does, dread will consume you, and my lord shall reign over the charred remains of your land. And of course, you leave me here to fight with the orc. Oh my god. Wasn't expecting that. As the last orc falls to the ground, a moment of peace returns to Dagred's grave. So if you don't mind, let me double check what else did I miss. My father told me much of him in my youth. My father named me after Fastred, a great prince of Rohan. I can only hope my legacy endures as his does. Something horrible has found us here. Show yourself. Crúmgam, which seems to be a black Númenorian. You saw how he threatened Fastred. I know not what dark machinations that man has laid for my people, but his presence here fills me with dread. I am certain this is not the last we shall see of him, but Snowbourn shall stand prepared against any terrors that come for us. In this I shall not falter. Come, let us allow my father his rest. Are you ready to depart this place? Always ready, of course. Now, back to the meat hall.
Our mission is dire.
Beriathan, something terrible our way comes. I fear it not, though. The Sutcrofts have stood strong through all trials that have faced us, and one man's arrival in our midst will not change that. I thank you for hearing my words in the field. and for your action when the time came. You will be of great aid to my people, of this I am sure.
Our success depends upon our strength. Will you aid us?
Beriathan, I require your aid on a private matter. Edoras has decreed that we abandon our homeland and allow the orcs to run rampant. Such a thing will never be abided by myself or my men. Thus, I have decided to send a gift to Edoras, a gift of descent, a gift of destruction. May it please the king so greatly that Snowbourn falls beneath notice. I will defend this town to my last, and no orc in my sight will ever escape. If that is treason, so be it. I will do what is right. Gather for me grain from the fields, prepared food from the kitchen, and a pendant from my home. Once gathered, pack them onto a steed outside the meat hall. We will speak again soon.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Beriathan, you have tasted our mead. Spectacular, is it not? Now, I have heard talks from around Snowbourn that our gate guards have been worn thin with fighting against our foes. This will not do. Travel to the kitchen of Snowbourn and speak to Alwyn. We must keep my brethren at their best. How can you not love this music? But we need to enter Fastred's house for the pendant he requested, which I believe should be upstairs. Yeah, here it is. Collected Fastred's pendant. Yeah. We need the food in the kitchen. These are the kitchens, right? That door. Yeah, these are the kitchens. In here? Yeah, the kitchen. Thank you. Kinda confusing, but here we are.
Will you aid the horse lords?
Hail! It seems more and more travelers are visiting our fine city even in these trying times. The orcs throw themselves at us constantly and our soldiers never stand down. I know not how they do it. They must have such great strength. I know they struggle though, and we have lost some great warriors in the past weeks. Perhaps if I were to brew them some delicious meat, it would lift their spirits. Please go to the crops outside town and gather hops for me, and I shall craft a truly refreshing brew. Let me pick up some of your rations though. Nope. Here upstairs. No. Do these rations respawn, or am I supposed to find more rations around town? I don't know anymore. But I'm not sure. Here in the auction hall, is there the Forge Master? I don't remember where the Forge Master is in this town. I really need one. Oh no, I have no idea. So we need to exit the town from the south. Here are the crops that we are looking for. Somewhere around here. Okay. Here we have some. So, what is this? Hop. Okay, and there I see the sack full of grain. So, this is gonna be really quick. This is the last one, right? Yeah. Back to the kitchens. Talk to Alwyn. Kitchen. Where is the kitchen again? Please tell me you have more rations for me. No?
What
Come
brings
on.
you to these lands?
Excellent here. I have crafted a brew from what was left of my stores. Take this to the soldiers. May they enjoy a brief moment of rest. At the south gate, east gate, north gate. Okay. I can do that. I also need rations. Come on. Gift for the wisdom net. It seems the rations are also inside the meat hall. Is that right? Yeah, in the meat hall and the kitchen. I feel so terrible right now. Well, we'll need to go to all the gates in town, so... Seriously though, where is the Forge Master? Is it in the tavern? Please? Maybe? Yeah,
Greetings, friend.
looking for you. We're gonna reforge this sword. Recklessness, shorty of death, damage over time for sure. Okay, we have one spot free in here. No. So I'm gonna identify. We have two javelins. One is level 100. No. I'm saving that for later. This, level 84. And I need to hit level 84 before I can slot that, but I have it already identified, so I can do that as soon as I hit level 84. And that shouldn't take long. Hopefully by the time I complete this quest, I will be able to hit level 84. Rat looks thrilled and, more importantly, refreshed. I'm glad for you. Now, to the east gate and the north gate. Stickball. And Ithamar. Now to the north gate. I think the meat hall is along the way, so let us pick the food inside. Where is it? Ah, okay. Don't mind me, Reeve Fastred. I'm just picking a couple of things I forgot. Be back with you in just a moment, but I am not done with what you asked me to do. We need to load Fastred's seed. But it's not this one, of course. This one is the one. The state is packed and ready for its journey to Edoras. Alright. Here we have the riders 3, I guess. You might remember that after talking with Fastred, Bernard said that he and his men would go to Edoras. But for whatever reason, the other riders don't phase out of Snowbourn after completing that quest, which is a shame. That was confusing for some time. Until they were added to Edoras, and mind you, they were not during the release of Helm's Deep. They were added on a later patch. But now, of course, you don't have that kind of issues.
Our mission is dire.
Thank you for your continued aid, Beriathan. We have to maintain our independence from the throne. I am a loyal Reeve, but the king's actions as of late are foolhardy. We should strike at our foes while we can, lest they unite and overwhelm all of Rohan. Yeah, completed. Oh my god, wait a second in there. So, by completing that Gift of the Wisdom Net, our worsted leveled up to level 39, but we also completed Quest of the Sutcrofts. We got that title and confidence, leveled up to 40. We also completed Quest of the Wisdom Net, so we capped confidence and now we are capping valor. We got 5 LOTRO points. You have done a great deal to defend and assist the people of the Sutcrofts. Yeah, that's right. We have that in here, Quest of the Sutcrofts. Title, the 5 LOTRO points of reputation, but more importantly, we also have Quest of the Wisdom Net here, which was just some marks and the virtue XP. Deed bestowed. Deeds of the Wisdom Net, I would presume. Yeah. Complete Explorer and Slayer of the Wisdom Net. Those kind of meta deeds should really give more virtue XP, but anyway, we have capped with determination and confidence. We're about to cap valor, but I don't think we will get that virtue XP before we unlock a new rank by hitting level 84. But yeah, bottom line, we will be capping our virtues at level 42 until we come to Helm's Deep. And we're still a ways off for that. Back to the kitchens. Back to Alwyn.
Will you aid the horse lords?
I hope they enjoyed the refreshments. I would be happy to make more when I have time, especially with the hops you have brought for me. I know how difficult times have been for them as of late, so anything I can do to help brings me great joy. Thank you for aiding me in keeping our soldiers at their best. And now we gotta tell Fastred. The soldiers are refreshed now.
What business have you?
It is done, then? Excellent. It is always remarkable how such a simple pleasure can remedy such problems.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Beriathan, you have done me a great many services in your short time here. I have one more task to ask of you, for now. To the east is the town of Walstow, and more importantly, the path to the east wall from which countless orcs are spilling into our lands. I want you to fight your way to Walstow and ensure that the town still stands. Riders of the enemy patrol the roads and will make every attempt to cut you down on your way. Once you make it to Walstow, speak to the Thane, Winsig. She is young, but she has strength far beyond her years. May fortune find you well on your journey. For Rohan! Oh, Rohan indeed. Reeve. Fastred. So yeah, that's what's next for us on the Wisdom Net, but that will be a matter for another episode. Join me next time, and we will ride to Walstow For the time being, this has been today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you all later.